So just recently, an elderly man was attacked by dogs in Spanish Town. On that note, we have with us Dr. Sarah Wilkinson-Eitel of the Jamaica Veterinary Medical Association. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning.
Morning,
Thanks for having me.
How you do?
It's not. It's quite unfortunate, and condolences to the family of that gentleman. But it's not the first time that we've heard of dogs attacking, of dogs hurting, of dogs killing.
No, not at all.
And then we have this discussion / argument coming up about responsible dog owners and stuff. Are there laws surrounding, if I'm a dog owner, are there laws surrounding what I can do, what I should do, how I treat the dog?
Right now in Jamaica, there's only one law on the books. It's a very old law, and it basically just says that if you have an animal, you're responsible for it. And it says that you are liable for any damage that the dog may cause from damage to livestock or people or property. But it's very old. I don't have any information on whether it has been applied or used recently. And one of the problems with that act is we have no way of confirming ownership. Right, so that's.
So even if the dog was in my yard and Empress walks past and the dog bite, I can still say it's not my dog?
You can, once it's in your yard. But that does not cover free-roaming dogs, right? If it's in your yard, that's fairly obvious, and you can probably have people to verify.
If for whatever reason, God forbid, that my dog kills someone, the charge against me would be what?
I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know if there are limits on that liability, but the lawyers would have to work that out. But there is a law on the books with regards to responsibility.
Well, let's go into responsible dog ownership, because I'm sure the Jamaica Veterinary Medical Association has some concerns.
Yes.
So let's go through some of the concerns.
All right.
And what is happening in Jamaica with dog ownership and irresponsible.
Yes. Well, the irresponsible
dog
ownership, we advocate that if anybody is to own a pet, any kind of pet, that you have due regard for the health and welfare of that animal. And with dogs, it means that you should provide for them. You should provide a secure environment for them to be in. You should provide food and water, of course, nothing cruel. And you must prevent it from roaming and getting out into the public space where it can cause damage. Those are the things we advocate. We advocate very strongly. We also strongly advocate that you be responsible for the breeding of the animal, right? You don't want animals who are roaming free and then they get pregnant and then they have puppies and then you don't know what to do with the puppies, and so a lot of that happens. A lot of irresponsible breeding happens, and we have an explosion, an over-explosion of dogs on the island, and cats as well. So we have a large population problem as well, because a lot of times what happens when people have puppies and kittens and they don't know what to do with them, they stray them. They take them to big open fields and they just leave them, and those contribute to the stray dog population. The dogs that are roaming free, that have no ownership, no connection to anybody, no connection to any particular human community.
And what do we do as a country? What does the association do when we see these stray dogs? And if we're having a population control issue, what can be done?
Well, first of all, to promote an attitude of responsible ownership. That's one of the things that we strongly suggest.
To take care of the puppies, give them to somebody.
Take care of the animal. And the next thing is spaying and neutering, right? Prevent your animals from breeding. And there are two simple operations that veterinarians all over the island can do. When the animal comes of a certain age, you spay, that's for the females, where we remove the reproductive organs, and we neuter the males so that they don't go out. It's better for the health of the animal. The animal becomes more of a homebody, stays closer to its home territory, doesn't have that urge to go look for boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, and so they're more protective, therefore, of their home territory. and you wouldn't have those unwanted pregnancies where the puppies have no home and they go and stray all over the place.
What about the dogs that we have? We have Rottweilers and Pit Bulls and German Shepherds. Are they all legal to be in Jamaica and stuff?
Yes, there's no law that says specific breeds can't be in Jamaica. There's no law against specific breeds. A few years ago, we had a restricted importation. We still have restricted importation, but restricted from certain countries. We were only allowed to import dogs from the United Kingdom.
So we're not allowed to import from certain countries, but it has nothing to do with the type of dog.
Not the type. Well, there are a few dogs that are on the list that are restricted now.
So we can't...
From Jamaica?
Yes.
What kind of dogs we're talking about?
We're talking about things like the Filo Brasileiro, the big bully dogs, what they call the big pit bulls and stuff like that.
Do we have any in Jamaica?
Yes, we have pit bulls. The history of the pit bull is a strange one. Before, when we were allowed to import dogs only from the UK, there were a few that used to come in, right? But they would come from the UK, and it was only a few. And in the UK, they had laws that those dogs must be neutered. So when they come in here, they wouldn't breed. But that era passed away. And then later on, we started to see, around early 2000s, we started to see, as veterinarians, some pit bull-looking dogs appearing, right? And we raised an alarm about it because it's obvious now that these dogs, because it's now banned in the UK, we're not allowed to import from anywhere else. So it's obvious that these dogs are being smuggled in somehow, somewhere. But owners would say, well, but it's my puppy. I just bred this puppy. We never saw the parents, right? So,
but in 2004...
So we now have an established population of pit bulls that are born and bred in Jamaica.
And that's not a problem.
It's not a problem for veterinarians. But
when I say it's not a problem with the law or...
No, it's not a problem with the law. There's no law that says those are illegal.
Except the ones that are here or came in 2004 from America. So just to put it out there, we cannot by law import the pit bulls from America.
No, we can't. No,
we can.
No, we have changed the law. We can import dogs from America now. There's a process that you can go through to import dogs from America now. But there are certain breeds that are restricted.
So the law has been amended?
Yes, the law has been amended
since
last year.
Oh, it was last year. Okay,
yes.
And there are more amendments, I'm sure, that the association would like to address?
Well, we would like to address the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act and that Dogs Liability Act. We would like to have those addressed because those are old laws that have not been looked at for many, many, many years.
And the outcome after addressing it is to see what happened. I'm sure
to try and have some legal teeth behind the responsible dog ownership. So if people are found in violation, that you can have some kind of there's technology now. You can identify ownership of a dog by microchipping, by DNA, and all that sort of thing. So we can have things like that included. You can even, a long time ago, you used to have actually dog tags.
Yes.
I don't know if Neville's old enough to remember.
Nobody
is. I am very old enough
Yes,
to
you
remember.
used to have dog catchers, right? I don't know if we can get all the way back to that, but we have to have some kind of thing to establish ownership and to ensure that people are aware of the things that need to be done.
Okay, we have to wrap, but I wish you could have also shared with us, if I'm taking a walk around the block and I see a dog coming over the wall, what's the best way how to communicate with a dog? Because I see crazy dogs coming at me when I'm walking. How do I communicate with a dog to calm them?
Try not to show fear.
Okay.
That's the first thing, right? Try to make yourself bigger than the dog, right? Try to use a very deep, stern voice and shout at it. Say, get away, stop.
Man voice.
Whatever.
Right. All right, I got it.
So that it at least gives them pause because they would think that, okay, this is dominance over me.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Because if you run, you put yourself in problems.
If you run, you put yourself at risk.
Do not
Thanks
run.
a lot for coming.
Thanks, Doc.
Well, thanks for having me. I hope this raises awareness, and I hope the media will stay on it so that we can get some changes.
Keep the advocacy going. My daddy's a vet, so I love vets.
Yeah, man. Dr. Sarah Wilkinson Eitel of the Jamaica Veterinary Medical Association. celebrating our women after the break.
You're celebrating us after the break?
Yeah.
With what? Champagne? Chocolate?
I have all of that.
I hope so. You hear that,
I gave
Doc?
you the chocolate this morning.